Oftentimes in life, things will happen to you, good or bad, and it is your reaction to those things that dictates your overall sense of being much more than the thing that actually happened to you. A great example of this is earlier today, this morning. I just had an overwhelmingly positive feeling about this weekend. I was like, wow, I'm gonna do great things this weekend. Like, this weekend's gonna go fantastic. And I had a lot of opportunities to go kind of like lollygag with friends this weekend, either go like on a group trip with friends or go on like kind of a duo trip back home with a friend. But I chose to stay where I'm at because I just have this like great feeling about this weekend. And I'm telling my friend this in the car. We go get boba, and then on the way back, my car, straight out of a movie scene, just breaks down. Like steam rising on the hood, like something's leaking, like everything, all the lights are on, everything's bad. Uh, Thankfully, I'm able to pull into this parking lot, and yeah, it's completely like overheated, whatever it is. And a lot of times, for a lot of people, this ruins their day, this ruins their week, this ruins their month. And I understand that like this thing is fully out of my control. Or I could not have done anything better. Maybe I could have, driven it better the months prior or taken care of it somehow better, but it happened and there's nothing I can do about it. So, me, picked up the phone, called a friend, got picked up, and went to play basketball. And yeah, I still have a great feeling about this weekend, and I'm not going to let that bring me down. Am I not looking forward to tomorrow getting it towed and dealing with all of that? Yes, but a lot of times people will worry about stuff they can't control. And it's a terrible habit. I do it myself. Everyone does it. But don't stress about the things you can't control and control the things you can control. If you're stressed about something you can fix or control, go out and fix it. Fix it to your best ability possible. And then once it gets to a point where you can't do anything, leave it be. Let it happen, okay? And when you operate at a state of kind of like abundance and just positivity, like when you let stuff happen, it works out in your favor. And who knows, for some reason, my car breaking down could be the best thing that happened to me. And I know for a fact it's not the worst thing that happened to me. But on a similar note, I guess this is all about kind of emotions and thoughts. Uh, Asymmetrical emotions. You might be thinking, what the hell is that? I made it up. So if it sounds weird, that's exactly why. But I came up with the idea of asymmetrical emotions, and that is when something bad happens to you and something good happens to you, you actively kind of have a choice to the extent of how bad that affects you. And with me, if something small kind of happens that day that's bad, like I get a parking ticket, I have like a shitty lift in the morning, I get injured, whatever it might be, I know that it is something small. Either I could or could not have controlled it, and it happened to me. And there's nothing I can do about it at a certain point. There's no need to look back and like be full with regret or angst or anger or whatever it is. And I tell myself that I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. It happened to me, and I move on. Now, with the positive things, this is where the asymmetry comes in. With the positive things, say, I hit a PR on bench, or, I fully understand class that day, or I work on my big thing. Those things will just make my day. They will absolutely make my day. I will just be in a great mood because of it. Because I let those small positive wins or just thoughts, like I take them. It's like a wave. You get on it and you just ride it, and you stay at that higher frequency, whatever you want to call it, and you let those positive thoughts like dictate your day and like your actions and everything like that, and you go into stuff in a good mood. And when you go into stuff in a good mood, stuff like the world gives you good. It's a mirror of kind of like your state of mind. And yeah, so I think have asymmetrical feelings in life. I know this is all easier said than done, but really practice that asymmetry. When something small happens to you, practice gratitude. Just like really embrace that. And like if a small good thing happens to you tomorrow, like really try and just hold on to that feeling and that emotion deep down. And if something bad happens to you, understand that, hey, like it is what it is, and move on. And yeah, I think that's kind of all I want to talk about. One more thing I'll add in is make sure your thoughts serve you. You know, thoughts either serve you or they don't. And again, positive thoughts will serve you. If negative thoughts will just like spiral you downwards. Okay. That's about all I have to say. I hope I did an okay job of explaining that, but prime example in my life, I was in the shower, I didn't know what to talk about, and then, you know, shower thoughts, they hit, and I was like, wow, I really want to talk about this today. But yeah, end it off how I always end it off. But first of all, I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend, because I know I will. Knock on wood, you know, still a little bit superstitious, but yeah. If you're seeing this and you know me, say hi. If you're seeing this and you don't know me, say hi. It's all love. This is who I am. This is a light into my current kind of self, and these are videos for my future self. Yep, that's about it. All right.